Hello, Zuko here.
Hello. Welcome back. Should be like my second video. I got something to download. This should be my second video. Alright, just be way more structured this time. This was written January 11th through the 13th. It's called The Cycle of Belief. I remember in the last video I spoke about the cycle of belief. All that is like a wind cycle. That's really all it is. Just racking up little small wins, and it's like a snowball rolling down a mountain, right? All our lives we're conditioned not to believe in ourselves. A lot of self-limiting beliefs. You might be asking, what's a self-limiting belief? It's like self-explanatory. Self-explanatory, but I explain it anyway. It's just like a belief that we have about ourselves or that people have about us that limit our ability to do things, right? And that stops us from functioning at full power. I'll get into that a little bit more later about the full power thing. I'll get into the full power thing a little bit more later. This cycle dissolves the self-limiting beliefs because they are false, right? I spoke about falsehoods in my last video. Be it from the teachers, social media, our family, our coaches, just people in our lives, etc., etc. They may not be the case for you if you grew up in a very lovely place, in a very loving household. Regardless, this cycle is just that the more you believe in yourself, the more amazing things you do, which kind of causes you to believe in yourself a little bit more. And it just keeps going like that. It's like unlocking your hidden potential and expanding it even more. The cycle is kind of like the Pygmalion effect, but with yourself. So, streets telling me. So streets telling me while I'm typing up a script that there is something called the Galatea effect, which also ties into the Pygmalion effect. So, this is all going to be full circle. Wait, remember I said that. What I practice and what I'm speaking about is the Galatea effect, about the belief in self and all that, stuff like that. To explain the Pygmalion effect, it's just like someone's high expectations of you or your expectations of them boost the party's ability, right? Or kind of unlocks the party's ability that they probably didn't think they had. So if someone believes in you, say if somebody believes that you run real fast, right? You run real, no analogy. Clear-cut example is that if someone believes that you would do well in something, right? And you do well in it, that strengthens your belief in yourself and that strengthens their belief in you. And since you believe that you do good at it, it kind of takes the cap off for the next time you do that activity. And you can go a little bit higher, and it just kind of keeps stacking like that. It's like a little cycle. I'll put up the little picture that you've probably seen everybody else have in an explanation video of it, right? No, I'm gonna draw one myself. I use this to my advantage though, how I would like others to see me. Not like that though. I don't care how others see me, but the people I care about. I'm not people pleasing, and I'm not trying to reach anybody else's expectations, unless they're good expectations, right? And you know what I mean? And I know that these beliefs that they have in me are true. And you should value, I do, and you should value the light that others see in you when you don't see it in yourself sometimes. It's just sometimes you might be blind to it, and you doing that for somebody else, telling them what you know that they're capable of doing and believing in them, helps them out because they might be blind to it too. But for me, if I'm working out and I'm doing something that I did the day before, doing something I did last week, last month, and I'm doing it and I'm just redoing it, but it's just hard that day, I kind of think to myself, what if my little sister walk in right now and I quit this exercise? And I take a break on this exercise when I did it probably a bit more and with a higher intensity before on another day. Yeah, you're not gonna feel the same every day, but when you build up that baseline, you just you gotta build up your baseline. You can't kind of go off of feeling every time. If you go off feelings all the time, you're never gonna do amazing things. And you putting a limit on yourself anyway. When I struggle sometimes, I'll be I'm struggling on cause I do planks for a long time. If I'm doing a long plank, or I'm doing another core exercise, I'm doing an L sit for a long time, and I'm thinking about falling or giving up. Like, I ask myself, who do you think I am? Like, who do you think we are? Like, for real, like, you gonna take that? Like, that's disrespectful. No, stop disrespecting yourself. And me telling myself that motivates me because I know I can do anything I put my mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. And they know I can do anything I put my mind to, and I know they can do anything to put their mind to, and that just works in tandem. They believe in me, and I believe, and that reinforces my belief in myself. And then when I do more amazing things or more absurd things, it just kind of cycles like that. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It works in tandem. It works in tandem. Kind of like the story of Pygmalion. Like, word is that the effect was named after. He made a sculpture, and he loved the sculpture so much, the sculpture came to life. That's nuts. That's hard. And his sculpture's name was Galatea. His sculpture's name was Galatea. Told you it was gonna come full circle. The good ones anyways, kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, the good ones anyways, in the sense that we decide we can do something, right? And our actions prove that we can do it. And that strengthens our belief in ourselves even more so. It's like the chicken and the egg. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Regardless, both of them still here. Nah, I think the chicken came first. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna have a little editor's note saying which one came first. I'm just recording right now. Editing Trey can worry about that. I'm sorry, editing Trey. Sorry. But because we have so much potential that we don't think we have, we never perform to the best of our abilities. A lot of our energy that we use in a task or an ordeal is literally getting ourselves to believe that we can do something. And that's like 50% of your energy going on. But if you actually believe you can do something, which you can, I'm not just gonna say you can run for 100 miles and never be able to stop. You probably can. Who knows? But like, I can hit X amount of push-ups because I hit this many yesterday. Or like, I hit one push-up because I hit 0 yesterday. You just build up a win. I can hit one push-up. I can hit 2 now. I can hit 3, 4. You just keep doing it. You hitting 100 push-ups straight. A lot of our energy is like on a task is usually spent trying to get us through that because we don't really believe we can do it. When we remove those self-limiting beliefs and reshape that in ourselves, we just kind of realize, I'm looking at the camera, bro, and I'm trying to make sure I ain't looking like this, bro. Like, bro, how my eyes look? Like, I'm trying to make sure I ain't looking this. Like, you know what I mean? Look, bro, I'm trying to focus on a point in my face so my eyes don't start drifting like this. Most of our strength is used trying to get us through a task we don't believe we can do. When we believe we can do it, that's like half the battle done. That's like 75% of it. That's like 75% of it. When we like solve that, we just like, okay, we can do this. And you just do it. That makes the process so much easier. This is easier said than done, yes. But it's also like, no, this is easy. You literally have to just be delusional, bro. Just be straight delusional. When you at rock bottom and you done went through heck and back, you ain't got nowhere else to go above but up. You know what I mean? Like, if you done went through heck and back and you at rock bottom and you still breathing and kicking, bro, how can you not believe that you're Persephone? You're Timothy, like life put you through the ringer. Life stumped you out and you still here. You still, you know what I mean? You still kicking. You got up. Have some faith in yourself and or whatever cosmology you adhere to, bro. Because you not here for no reason. You're not here for no reason. You're not here for no reason. I don't care what nobody say. You not here for no reason. You go out there and you make your reason. You are, man, another whole video. You just, yeah. Look, man, but I guess some practical advice for you is do some affirmations, right? Some affirmations really, really help. But, you can't just affirm like, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. Or, you got to kind of go do it. You can't just sit on your butt and affirming. And in the way you can like mentally rehearse. You can mentally rehearse that stuff. And you can, get better. I'm pulling out my socks. But you can mentally rehearse those things. So technically you can sit on your butt, but go out and get it. Go out and get it, Like, if you about to go to sleep, you got a little bit of time on your hands, just be like if you got to do something tomorrow that you may not be as good as you think you are at it, just be like, I got to go practice tomorrow. I got to go track practice tomorrow. And they've been telling me I ain't doing this in practice, right? Just when you about to go to sleep, just run through that scenario in your head when you got to do it. For me, when I used to run track, it was me not picking my knees up. I want to say like 10 minutes one day, 10, 15 minutes one day. I'm finna rehearse this in my head. You just kind of like observe, like another video I was saying, observe it. And kind of just like, you're kind of writing the story this time instead of observing it. Make it as easy as you can. Like you if you know what you're wearing tomorrow, imagine yourself in them clothes on whatever lane you usually in. You know what I mean? Whatever part of the line you usually in. Make it as detailed as you can, and then just imagine yourself doing it. I just imagine myself picking my legs up, picking my legs up, picking my legs up, and I got to practice the next day. Did that without. I was just like, man, we got this. You don't know who I am. You know what I mean? Like got there as my toes. Y'all do this? I remember my train of thought. Just take a breather, just breathe. But I got to practice, and sure enough, from that point forward, running with my knees up, still do. Even I don't even run track like that no more. Still do. Still run my knees up. It was just people telling me, oh yeah, Kevontre be picking his knees up. Kevontre don't do this. Kevontre don't do that track. Anyways, see what you doing? Throw it out the window, bro. See what you saying? See what they saying? Throw it out the window. Throw it out the window, bro. Throw it out the window, bro. That's a little corny, but I'm gonna leave that in. Leave that in. Another thing you can do, it says like most information is processed to you throughout the day a lot, is you do the same thing but consciously, right? It's a video I'm link in the description. It's like something Hamza talked about, like I think the video is like called how I actually stay consistent or something like that. He basically talks about how I don't. That's probably I'm gonna have editor. I'm the editor. Have the title of the video. You ain't gotta input it in the video. You ain't gonna have the thumbnail, nothing like that. Just have the title of the video right there. I mean, don't need to do it if you ain't got to. I'm gonna link it in the description. But he just basically said how like he would keep a tracker on every day, how he would tell himself, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. And I did the same thing. And most of the things I thought I was struggling with, they went away. Like, you know, y'all probably think, what's up with this dude? He gotta be capping out. Bro, you don't know how easy this is. When you're in a negative mindset, you perpetuate it in a way by believing the things that people are saying about you, or believing the things that your mind is saying about you. You just gotta be like, I'm abundant, 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 I'm abundant. Say that 1,000,000 times a day. In about a week, bro, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be walking with a new confidence about you. You're gonna be walking with a new air about you. You're gonna be like, just tell yourself, I listen to myself. I listen to myself. I observe very good. That observing exercise I gave you, just before you do that, say about 15, 20 times, I observe good. Like, I'm a good observer. I am the observer. I'm good at it. I'm the observer. I'm good at it. Just say that, or just whatever you gotta do. You better go take a test. I studied on this test. I studied all the material. There's nothing to be anxious about. I'm going to pass. You just keep saying that in your head, bro. You keep saying that in your head, your brain will be like, he finally believe in us. They finally believe in us. Like, finally, like, geez, like, it's like, especially with like, you know, you can just say that throughout the day. I still do it, you know, with things that I'm still struggling with and stuff like that. But it's just like, I'll be like, I'm abundant. Like, I'm a patient person. I'm a patient person. You just, like, whenever you're in a situation when you have to use that thing that you're calling forth, say it. Just be like, strength, 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 strength. Like, just do a mantra in your head, bro. I'm a patient person. Like, whenever I feel that rise of impatience, I'll be like, I'm a patient person. And I breathe and I observe it. I'm a patient person. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, bro, when you really understand that most reactions in your like head, most daily reactions that you think are you, they're false, bro. They're just conditions, bro. Like, when you're in traffic and you're in a lot of traffic, the conditioned response is to get angry. So guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna get angry, right? Okay then. So you can do you can condition that. You can condition this. It's not as complicated as people make this seem, bro. Yes, a lot of people have a lot of trauma to work through. You know, like, am I pointing? I don't even know if I was pointing at myself, but bro, one day you gotta wake up. I'm tired of getting whooped on. You gotta wake up with it on your mind. I'm tired of getting whooped on. I'm trying to punch back today. At least one punch. The next day, at least two. Then maybe the day after that, you only get one punch again. You gotta punch though. Maybe you get stoked out that day, but guess what? You getting up every time. Like, I got it on my mind tomorrow. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, if you want to get a neuroscience and I was talking about rehearsing, about like you rehearsing things, your brain cannot tell the difference between you actually doing something and you imagining you doing something. It's kind of like if you imagine something scary, your body is gonna react that way. So if you imagine yourself doing something good or you imagine yourself not being scared, your body gonna be like, you right. Like, bro, you just don't know how much power you actually have. You gotta stop victimizing yourself. It's easy to do that. It's the easy thing to do, like, oh, I'm this, you know, I'm that. It's easy to do that, bro. It's easy to victimize yourself. It's easier to take the easy way out. It's easy to take that easy choice because it's not hard. Easy choices equals harder life. Harder choices equals easy life. It might be hard at first, bro, but eventually it's gonna be easy. Hard choices equals an easy life. Eventually it's gonna be hard at first, but eventually it'll get easier. It's gonna be smoother for you. It's like how you gotta, eat healthier. It's gonna be hard at first, but you kind of get an acquired taste. And nobody's saying you can't season your food, bro. I'm ranting and raving, bro, but you know what I mean? This all ties into the root of self-limiting beliefs. Trust me, hear me out. Or just gyms in general, bro. Like gyms, bro. Like that's a whole nother video about how having a high self-image of yourself isn't bad, you know? As long as you aren't putting others down, you know? Right? As long as you're not putting nobody else down, I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a high image of yourself. And you know, you could say that's fluff, but it's also like when you have a high image of yourself, you attract things that are according to that high image. And then that's a cycle of things right there. You have a high image of yourself, you attract things that reinforce that high image, and it just kind of busters yourself up. And it's not false. It's you elevating your wavelength and all that, yada, yada, yada. It's you elevating and raising that. Make my throat dry. I've been really off the dome, but the more I look at it, I'm slowly tying things from the script. That first video, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that first video was scary to do. Like, you're gonna see the energy is completely different. But then I was telling myself, I was chilling, I'm downloading something, I was like, bro, this stuff is not hard. It's not hard. I can do this off the dome when I'm one. And I'm still gonna get to all the points. Well, I'm about to actually look at my script now, see how many points I can ticked off, but you know what I mean? If your brain is constantly putting you through scenarios that are false, you can consciously put them through scenarios that are true. Do these scenarios in your head positively and with intent sometimes, in the vein of hypotheticals. Tying in my last video. And this rewiring our brain allows us to have success and abundance. Let me person by fan, there's nothing invalid with how you feel currently. That is real, that is there, but it's false. You know, let's keep it a stack. You might suck at what you want to do, but y'all underestimate the power of belief. Sometimes I see people walk up to something they don't even think they can do and they do it. I do that all the time. I'm walking up to something. I used to work out. Well, I still work out a lot. In that sense of like this, right? Hear me out. I went from believing I could do like I did three plates, 315, easy, right? Then I tried to go up like 10, 20 pounds. I think I got videos of all this. And then in the next week, I did 4 plates, 405 pounds, like 400. Cause like the kilogram and lib and pound thing, you know, it's the thing. But regardless, you gonna see how easy I did it. It's not even a flex. I'm not an insert. Like, it's not an insert in the flex here. It's just something I can do. I didn't think I could do that. Like walking up, I was just like, cause like when I felt that lift in between those two, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do 4 plates. But then I'm like, I mean, I was kind of tired when I tried to do that same lift after I did that other lift. So it was like, let me give myself a break here. Then I got back that next week and I did my ditty. I'm cool, bro, but I'm not like the most different breedest thing on the planet. And look, let me give you a quote, right? There was by this dude named Flint Skidmore on TikTok. And he said, and the quote said, and it helped with like giving yourself a loving space to grow, because you know, at this point, you don't need anything else, but you can elevate, right? If you desire to. You are entitled to love one enough as you are now, and if you would like to, you get to be even better. I edited it to where I put, I am entitled to love one enough as I am now, and if I like to, and I do, I get to be even better. Because objectively, there's some things you may not be good at that you want to be good at, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? That's not bashing yourself. You're like, man, you jogging me, bro? You know what I mean? You meat riding right now. No. Saying objectively, I'm not as good at this as I'm not really as good at this as I would like to be, but I'm entitled to love one enough as I am now, you know? I'm worthy of anything I would like right now, but it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be better. You know what I mean? You may not be as good as processing your emotions right now. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be better with that. You may want to be a bit faster, a bit stronger. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be better with that. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, this creates like a loving space for growth, and you know, and you taking calls to action and not being complacent with yourself, you know. Continuing like with self-limiting beliefs. The self-limiting beliefs are untrue, yes, but don't invalidate the feelings that you have about them, because they are real. When you go to the root of those self-limiting beliefs and you take your axe, you just go at it every day. And when that tree comes down, all of those feelings dissolve too. You always want to attack the root. You want to attack the root of something, because you're gonna be fighting leaves all day. You look at the trees every day. You look at the trees, they lose leaves all the time, and they gain leaves all the time. Every season, you know, in some seasons they lose all their leaves, but the tree's still there just waiting for spring. Take time with yourself, man. Remember to breathe and take care of yourself. K out.